Hey everybody, welcome back to another Shield of Hope minicast. Today we're talking filmmaking, and we might even do a studio tour. So first off, I want to say thank you guys again for tuning in. But we're going to talk a little bit about how I really became into filmmaking. A lot of you guys don't know the story. A lot of you guys know the story. People that have listened to the podcast before, I've said it 2 or 3 times. I was really inspired by George Lucas, by Steven Spielberg growing up. You had the Star Wars, the Indiana Jones. Those were really, Star Wars is what got me into filmmaking. And it wasn't just watching the films themselves, but it was watching behind the scenes and how they directed, how they craft, all the grippers, all the people that worked on set, building the sets even. For a while, I was like, listen, I would love to be a set designer. Because personally, I think that'd be like the coolest thing, designing all these sci-fi sets before they went to this green screen Mandalorian backdrop with, how the video game quality where like the camera pans and it changes the backdrop and the screen behind them. Before all that cool technology came out, it was set designing and set building and lighting, and it was so cool to watch everybody bring it to life because they went from miniatures to actually building the sets and spending the money on that to, again, spending more money, digitizing, CGIing, there we go. What you eventually saw on screen. So it was a cool little period in time between the 90s to early 2010s before all the CGI really took over of course, the Marvel movies you see today. So that's a little bit of my backstory, what got me into it. Fun fact, my parents actually sent me to robotics camp when I was young for a summer because they wanted me to do hands-on trades and learn how to do robotics a little bit. But that didn't fall through. I wish I would have kept a little bit of that, and I wish I actually would have went more into robotics because I think it'd been cool, again, like to light a set or like to, do the explosions. I don't know if that actually constitutes robotics, but it is what it is. That'd be pretty cool. There are a few tips that I want to give young independent filmmakers or even older independent filmmakers, and this is something that was taught to me about 5 years ago when I first started filmmaking. So back in Memory of Lies, you guys have probably seen the trailer if you guys have been following me. It's the highest viewed thing. Don't know why. Me and Jake always talk about it like we're like, who's watching this trailer from 5 years ago? But people still watching it. It's the highest viewed on our channel. Anyways, it's besides the point. Back 5 years ago, I had an instructor tell me one thing. They're like, listen, don't go out, don't spend the money on these big solid cameras. Don't go out and just overspend, go in debt. Just buy little things. So year after year, just compile what you might need to improve your film to the next. Go out, shoot things with an iPhone. That's all you need to do. Shoot things with an iPhone now. Good quality, and I think it was even Modern Family, I think they had an episode or whatever that was filmed on this. I mean, that's pretty amazing. We've come such a long way. So go out, use a resource like your phone. Go to some free editing apps. You got iMovie. You have a bunch of different HitFilm. Go edit on HitFilm. I've tried HitFilm. I'm not really a fan, but that's besides the point. But use these free platforms until you're able to just spend the money on maybe an Adobe product or an Adobe Cloud, the Premiere Pros, the Photoshops, the After Effects. Don't go all in when you don't have to. Build your way up. I mean, you're looking at between the lighting that's lighting the set right now, these microphones, it took me about 2 years to compile and just to spend money here and there on things. So you work, you spend some money, you do a film, start another film, you spend some money, work, you spend some more money for the film. It's a process as a young independent filmmaker. Don't go out and buy things right away. Even the computer that I've been posting about online is like this tank, this is finally what I need to edit. I am so happy with this computer. A shout out to Mike Karshner for actually compiling the pieces that I need for all this software because I know nothing about computers, but that's besides the point. But again, don't go out, don't put yourself in debt when you're starting off as an independent filmmaker. Go out, use the little things, use the free things until your product continues to grow. So now if you've gone a year, 2 years, 3 years, and you're looking to upgrade in cameras, my personal favorite is the Panasonic Lumix G7. What I love about this camera, not only does it shoot in 4K, which is almost becoming outdated because did you watch the NFL playoffs when they had the 8K cameras? Beautiful video game quality. Anyway, again, off topic. But it shoots in 4K and it shoots in 1920 by 1080. 60 frames a second. You can go down to 20, 30 frames per second. I love this camera. I would endorse this camera. What you're watching it right now is my second one that I have. I have 2 of them. Words of the wise, if you're ever doing photography on these, stay away from water. I dropped this one in the North Carolina Ocean, and surprisingly, it still works. Autofocus, not so much. So now that we talked about cameras, we could also talk a little bit about Premiere Pro like we just did. Go out. I wouldn't spend the money on the whole cloud if you don't need to. If you're not going to use After Effects, do what I do. Maybe I'll pay for After Effects for a month. If I don't need it, I can just go back to my photography package, which includes Photoshop and a few other apps, as well as then I go and just pay for a month of Premiere Pro when I need to edit. So again, cheat the system a little bit. You don't have to pay for everything at once. Pay for what you need, and then save your money for the rest of the stuff. Green screen. You guys have seen it in Fight For Me. You guys have seen it before The Fallen Leaves. You guys have seen it in a few other instances. The sci-fi film that we were trying to put out about 3 years ago, which I don't want to say failed miserably, but obviously it's not coming out. But take your time. Take your time on buying those things. The green screens, I mean, yes, you can get things for like $40 on Amazon, but $40 at a time adds up. So just make sure you have the means and the financials to do so. Me, I think it's pretty cool. This backdrop behind me, $15 on Amazon. Can't beat it. I love it. It's probably going to stay the backdrop for who knows how long, and people that come to the studio can sign it. It's a pretty cool thing. When it comes to posters, this is one thing that I truly love, and I'm going to show the posters on screen. Around this studio, I have posters of all my films. And, of course, you guys can check out those on the website. You can hopefully, coming up here soon, buy those if you're interested in purchasing posters for my films, depending on which one you liked. Also, let us know in the comment section of what film you like the most from our channel. I believe there's 6 or 7 of them on there. So check them out if you haven't, but let us know which films you like from our channel. Getting back to the point, I love just looking at the stuff that I've accomplished. And it's not that everything that I've done is great, because obviously I have a long way to go. I am nowhere near the star YouTuber, or I'm nowhere near a solid professional. I always constitute it as we're always learning life as we go along. And that's true in the world of filmmaking. I don't believe that we ever get to this all-knowing, all-being filmmaker in this field. I believe we're still always going to learn things as we go until we retire or die, personally. But not to sound morbid, but over here I have a scene recreation from the Wolverine I did at Du Bois Business College. Over there, I don't know how much you can see it on the frame. It's Charlie St. Cloud I did a scene recreation on. Those were the first things I did back in 2014. 2015, when the YouTube channel launched, it was Memory of Lies. I have that poster over there. I have the Fight For Me poster over there before The Fallen Leaves is coming. It's not that it's great material that we're putting out, but it's something to be proud of because you did it. In the end, how many filmmakers can honestly say, now obviously if you're considering yourself a filmmaker, you better put out a film. But how many people that start this can actually say, hey, I did it, I made it. There's more percentages of people that straight up quit their films, that never finish their films. I've been lucky. We haven't finished 2 that we've worked on, but we have 6 or 7 out. Now, sometimes you can't create and you can't make all the films. And you can't meet all the deadlines that you want to. Things pop up. Life goes on. Life always throws that curveball at you. Good baseball reference there. But in the end, you got to string through it. You got to tough it out. You got to put these films together. Are they going to be starting off what you imagine them to be? No. But in the end, you did it, you're working your way there, and that's all that you can ask for. My final tip for any independent filmmaker starting off, or just anybody that's listening to this channel that wants to learn more about filmmaking or what I specifically do, the best advice I ever got, and this is also something that I learned at Du Bois Business College that will follow me through, write around what you have. As a writer, as a director, as a producer, I've learned to write around the people that I know will act for me, the people that I know I can get to act for me, the places that I can film at that I know I'll be able to film at, and then maybe as it goes along you stretch out. For Fight For Me, we've been talking to a few people that own hangars, and we have the helicopter scene. It's not really a spoiler, obviously. We have a helicopter that we're working on getting. We're in talks with a lot of different areas. When it came down to Fight For Me, I wrote that film because Rocky Boxing, Leo Telenka was like, hey, you can use our gym for for a film if you want to. And I kind of just wrote Fight For Me around that, knowing that we had the potential to film in a boxing ring and turn that into like a stadium. And I thought that was like the coolest thing ever. But we had that opportunity to do that. And for Visions of Truth, A Mile Apart, and Memory of Lies, we were able to use not really a functioning hospital, but a university hospital for the nursing students. We were also able to recreate a church lobby into looking like a hospital waiting area. So if you know that you have these locations and these actors that you can use, write around them, because it's going to make your process so much easier and so much better. And I know starting off, when you watch Memory Lies again, and for some reason you guys love that film, and you guys love the trailer, which is more than the film. And I'm not even gonna say, I shouldn't say it like for some reason you guys love the film. For some reason you guys love the trailer. Me and Jake McKinney always talk about it. We're like, hey, it's pretty cool that the fight or the Memory Lies trailer is up to like 2.2k views on my YouTube channel of only 100 and so many subscribers. You know, so I mean, you guys continue to watch that trailer. It gets traffic to the channel, which is great. But I really don't know what about it that you love that trailer so much. But it continues to stay number one on our YouTube. That's besides the point. But when it comes down to it, write, direct, and produce stories around what you have and who you have. And I think that'll help you out in the long run, because that's helped me out tremendously in the long run. Thanks for watching this mini cast. Hopefully you guys liked what I said, can draw some imagination, can help you move along your career path as an independent filmmaker. Again, things to take away from it: write around who you have and what you have for a film. Don't go overspending on all this unnecessary stuff like the HD cameras, the lights, the green screen, all that. Don't overspend all at once about that. And in the end, be proud of what you do and just continue to put out content and continue to get that content done for the audience to see. Those are 3 tips that I have, along with the camera, the Lumix G7 that I talked about. And I'm going to go out, shoot some more photography right now. So guys, I hope you like it. Also check out our YouTube channel, of course, that you're watching. Go check out our website, and go check out our Instagram. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Have a good day.